Hi guys, welcome to Mom's Office. I have a very special guest today, Barbara Pledger.
Hi, Michelle.
Hi. Barbara is an NHS nurse for 7 years and she's got 5 years experience in the neonatal intensive care. Yeah! So Barbara, today you're going to tell us a bit more about newborn development. So what is this all about?
So when baby is born, they have to get used to our world and they have to adapt. So parents and babies, they are in a learning process. They learn as the baby grows, the same way the baby learns as they grow. The main thing for newborn is sleeping, feeding and cuddling. That's the main 3 things they need. In terms of cuddling, you will realize that a newborn baby, they will need cuddle most of the time.
Is it possible to spoil a baby?
No, you can't spoil a baby because they don't know what's that. If they cry, it's because they need something, or they either need feeding or something is wrong with them. It's the only way they have to talk to us. So cuddling is just a way of answering to that baby needs. It's not a way of spoiling it. That is just a myth that loads of people think that we shouldn't cuddle a baby too much. It's never too much to cuddle a baby.
Yes, and it's nice.
Yeah, it's nice for both ways, for the baby and for the parents.
It's true.
Other thing for them is sleeping. Some people think all babies are the same and they have to sleep all night or most of the night. But that's not true. Some babies, they do sleep 1 hour, every hour they wake up. Other babies, they sleep longer, 5 to 6 hours.
Some people will say, for example, oh, my baby wakes up every 2 hours, doesn't stop crying. And some people say, oh, you have to let him cry until he falls asleep. Is that a myth?
Yes, so we shouldn't let baby cry because that's not good for brain development. So babies cry for a reason. That's the only way they have to communicate with us. If a baby cries, it's probably because the baby needs milk, or maybe the baby needs a nappy changed. That's why this is a learning process, and sometimes it takes time for the parents to learn, but they will get to know their own baby and they will know when something is wrong. And the other thing in terms of development is also the feeding. Baby needs to feed to grow, and sometimes they do feed for comfort. They do that as well, and it's normal.
Can you overfeed a baby?
Well, yes and no. So, if you breastfeed a baby, you can't overfeed a baby because you can't force a baby on the breast. The babies feed what they need. If you bottle feed a baby, if you're not careful, you kind of can overfeed. Because if you give a bit of milk and then someone else picks up your baby and carry on with the bottle, you kind of force and the baby might vomit, might be sick after. So yeah, that question can be both ways.
What is the probability of a mother to not be able to breastfeed? That's a big question.
All mothers can breastfeed. Well, unless there's a medical condition. Breastfeed is not easy. So if you really want to breastfeed, you have to be very keen and open-minded. Baby has to learn, mother has to learn. Sometimes it's just easy because the baby latches well on the breast. Some babies are really hard. Sometimes when baby born and they are sick, they won't be able to latch straight away, so the mom has to express the milk, and that is really hard because they have to be really committed to the job. It's not the same thing as you have a baby breastfeeding from you straight away. Using the pump or hand express, that is a hard job and you have to do it often because your body needs to know you need the milk. And if you do not take the milk, your body thinks you don't need, so you won't have enough milk. So if you don't have a medical condition, every mother should be able to breastfeed. You have to be persistent. You just need to have the support.
Support is important.
The support is very important from the midwife, from your partner, from the family. Sometimes it's hard for the baby to latch, and some people just say, oh, just give a bottle with formula milk because it's just easy and the baby won't cry. Which is fine if the mom wants to do that, but if the mom really wants to breastfeed, people shouldn't say that because they not encourage mothers to carry on. If they have the support, they will be fine to breastfeed. It won't be a problem.
And there's a lot of support out there, isn't
Yes, they do. They do help. Like in maternities, they have the midwives, and I believe even when mothers are discharged, they have the midwives at home and the health visitors, and also there is some breastfeeding support groups, and there is also breastfeeding clinics where they help you with the latching, or if you have other questions in terms of breastfeeding.
And Barbara, you were pregnant yourself now.
Yes, I am.
You're excited.
I'm excited. Yeah.
You know something interesting, Barbara doesn't know the gender
No.
of her baby. I would be dying to know straight away. This is a thing that a lot of people do here in the UK. Is that where you got the idea from?
No.
No?
I think it's because my first one, it doesn't really matter if it's a boy or girl. So at the moment, I don't really feel the need of finding out.
Just wanted to be a surprise on the day.
Yeah, well, for now, I might change my mind in a few weeks' time. Who knows?
And then now give a tip for new parents or parents-to-be. What would be your piece of advice for them to not to be so worried about it?
If you are a new parent, everything is a new experience. And it can be kind of scary for a new parent. And you have to get to know your baby. You will know if something is wrong, and of course you will have the midwife and the health visitors checking on you all the time. You can also contact your GP if you think something is wrong, or always take your baby to A&E. Even if you get there and they say no, everything's fine with the baby, at least for peace of mind. If you think something is wrong, yeah, just do this. Don't try to Google symptoms or that kind of things, because it never works out. Yeah, but just cuddle your baby and talk to when you're talking to your baby, look at the baby's eyes, respond to your baby cues, and it gives comfort to your baby and reassurance that the baby is protected. That's what they really need.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you, Michelle, for your invite.
Great tips, and we can't wait to meet him or she. We don't know.
One of these days.
Yes. And we hope to see you again here.
Hopefully so.
With another guest.
That's fine. Thank you very much.
Okay, let's say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. Foi bom.
Well, you wasn't expecting that question.